How do you begin to analyse a game like that?
Yeah, there's a lot to take in. I think the start was very good. So opening moments of the game, great chance for Miggy. Thought we looked really good. They scored 2 goals that we'd be disappointed with, I think. Well, I'll be disappointed when I analyse them. Small margins, I know, between offside and maybe not offside, or handball or not handball. But regardless, uncharacteristic from us, 2 goals in open play. But the reaction to that was very good, and we had chances to get back in the game. I always felt if we could score the 3rd goal in the game, it would be very interesting. It just never came for us.
You defended so well this season. That was so unlike your team.
Yeah, I'd say so. The first goal, very much unlike us. I think there was a big debate whether it was offside or handball, but opened up centrally. We were running behind. That's quite routine for us. We should have defended that. The second one I thought was a good move from them, a great ball by Salah, but again, uncharacteristic from our perspective. So they're stuff we'll look at. In the main, I thought we defended really well, especially with 10 men against the quality side like Liverpool. It was only in the last moments of the game, really, where they had some clear-cut chances. And as I say, it's the chances that we had that we're kicking ourselves with.
Yeah, it created a lot of chances today. I just wonder, what did you make of the red card?
I'm biased towards Nick. I thought it was harsh. I understand, rules are in place. I thought there was covering defenders. I thought it was a difficult angle as well. So I don't know the actual rules on what is a red card, what isn't. Just really, really disappointed for him.
Are there grounds for appeal?
I don't know. I'd have to discuss that.
If he is suspended next weekend, what are your options?
So we have Loris Karius and Mark Gillespie as our 2 goalkeepers. Obviously, Carl's out on loan and Martin's cup-tied. So, Loris has a wealth of experience behind him, and we back him fully.
So if it is one of those 2, I suppose that changes plans slightly this week, but something you'd be quite confident in either keeper.
Of course, that's what they're here in the squad for. And as I say, they're both top goalkeepers.
Final one on today. I suppose it's not time for the bigger picture, but how does this affect things in terms of that top 4 chase? Because you've been so good for so much of the season. The last 3 now, what is it, 2 draws and a defeat? Is the momentum just slipping slightly?
It doesn't feel that way for us. I think you have to look at things in isolation and games in isolation. I thought the point of Bournemouth last week was a good point in a difficult game. Today, we've lost our unbeaten run. We're hugely disappointed with that. But in that performance, I thought there were some really good things. I think we showed what we can be today as a team against one of the best teams in the league. With a man down for a long period of the game, I thought we were the better team. Not throughout that time, but certainly in phases of it. So I think that shows what we can be in the future.
And how do you get this out of your system very quickly? Because obviously next week is a very big one for this club.
Yeah, I don't think that will be a difficult thing for us. I think the focus turns to a different competition, a one-off game. We'll look forward to the preparation.
Thanks.
Congratulations. You mentioned before the game that how tough it will be to face a team like Newcastle. So how did you look at your team performance tonight and the way that you got the points?
Yeah, that's obviously the most important, that we got the points, and deserved, obviously. Clear, we scored wonderful goals. Then the red card reaction on that was not perfect. That's the truth as well. We tried to control it, but obviously Newcastle had nothing to lose anymore. Put in a proper shift and caused us problems. There were too many set pieces. With set pieces, you can play with 5 players actually, and you can be a threat. And that's there were too many of them. But in the end, in our situation, we have to fight through this. There's a reason for each performance, and these kind of things. So it's all good. We scored wonderful goals. The right players scored the goals. Mo could have scored as well. We had really good moments where we can just close the game much earlier, but we didn't. But that's fine. It's another step for us, and a massive 3 points.
You mentioned after the Everton game that it felt more like you. Did tonight also feel more like you?
Yeah, in a different aspect. I think that the goals were outstanding. So like real football, the front 3 now played together for the 2nd time or in a row, or maybe 3rd or 4th time. And you can see the patterns are clearer now, and so that helps obviously. And yeah, again, Bobby and Diogo coming on helps the 2 players a lot. So they had really good moments. Diogo could score. Bobby started really well, lost then a few balls, but these things are normal. You have to take that if you want. And then Millie was there and sorted a lot of things. So that's obviously very helpful. And yeah, it's how it is. It's a tough place to go. We won. Got 3 points, and that's why we were here today.
How pleasant it is to get the clean sheet, because your last clean sheet was here last year in April.
Oh God. Well, the horrible news, to be honest. Yeah. Then it's massive. It's massive, and you can look. I don't really think about these kind of things. I don't look that far back and think, "Oh, last clean sheet away from home, and was that?" But how said, there's always a reason for it. So we are not now the away threat we used to be already, but we have to get on this track as well. And today was a big step.
And just to finish with, good to have Virgil back, especially this first game, and of course we mentioned the clean sheet.
Yeah. Obviously massive as well. So really good, and 95 minutes without problems, and a lot of very helpful moments where he cleared the things for us. So yeah, really good.
Much appreciated. Thank you.